America's Morning News.
20 minutes past the hour. Good morning, everybody. You're in tuned with America's Morning News. I'm John McCaslin.
Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, September 2nd. I'm Amy Holmes, and welcome back to America's Morning News. So President Obama is meeting with the leaders of Israel and the Palestinians, and they're trying to maybe hammer out a peace agreement, if that's possible. Joining us to discuss all of this is Brigitte Gabriel. She is a Christian Lebanese-born American journalist and author of They Must Be Stopped: Why We Must Defeat Radical Islam and How We Can Do It. She founded the American Congress for Truth Act so that American citizens can say, fearlessly speak out in defense of America, in defense of Israel and Western civilization. Brigitte, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Brigitte. How are you?
Good morning, John and Amy. Thank you. I'm doing great. Delighted to be with you.
Well, you know, we're hoping up here in Washington, D.C., that we can give peace a chance between Israel and the Palestinians. Now we've got Hamas and their leadership stepping in, rejecting any compromise, any peace with Israel, saying, hey, look, the enemy of the Palestinian people is the Zionist enemy. Do you hold out much hope that we can get any peace from this summit?
No, I don't. I think it's only a charade because, you know, you look at the pictures today in Washington, D.C., and you've got Mahmoud Abbas in there. Mahmoud Abbas does not speak for all of the Palestinians. He's only speaking for the Palestinians in the West Bank. We know that Hamas is in control in Gaza. So it doesn't matter what Mahmoud Abbas signs on to. He is not respected. He is not accepted by the majority of the Palestinians. And, of course, you've got Iran in the background basically pulling the strings behind the scenes on Hamas as well as Hezbollah. So unless, people like Iran can come to the negotiating table with Israel, peace in the Middle East is non-existent. It's a fictional idea. And this is why they can try all they can at this point. You know, as long as they're talking to Mahmoud Abbas, who does not represent all the Palestinians, you're not really talking the real peace.
So, I would imagine that the White House must know this. The State Department must know this. We know that Gaza had these elections, and they put in charge Hamas, which is recognized as a terrorist organization by our State Department. So what's the point? What's the point of these talks? Why are we here? Why are we getting the photo ops? Why are they in the White House? Why are they doing this?
A political scoring point. This president knows the history, at least the first presidents who tried to do this. You know, when you looked at Clinton with the signing of the Oslo Accord, and, the Bushes before him, trying to do peace in the Middle East, at least at that time, they did not really know how bad the situation was. And they thought if they sign a peace treaty with Yasser Arafat, for example, with the Oslo Accord in 1993, Yasser Arafat at that time did speak for all of the Palestinian people. But right now, President Obama is trying to do this while he very well knows that he's only negotiating with half of the Palestinian, and not even half. It's, Mahmoud Abbas speaks maybe for 40% of the Palestinians. But this is a charade. He needs to earn the political points. He needs to show that he's really doing something about the Palestinian issue. And that's more for the Islamic world to show that he's really trying to twist Israel's arm in trying to stop the settlement from being built. So this is basically a dressing rehearsal to show the Arabic world and the Muslim world that supported him strongly, that he is on their side and he is trying.
Brigitte, do you also, though, think this could also be election year politics, that he's showing the left flank of his party that he's trying to do something?
Yeah, of course, that part that plays of it as well, but not as much as it plays to the Middle East. Remember, the only people that really care that much about this issue in the United States is the Jewish community, the Jewish group, because they have a very vested interest in this. And right now, he has alienated a lot of people in the Jewish community who have voted for him.
That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, because Brigitte, you talk about the fact that President Obama is only negotiating for half of the Palestinians. As far as I'm concerned, he's only negotiating for half of the Israelis. I'm not talking about those in America. I'm talking about over in Israel who are furious with Barack Obama and his treatment of their country, of their leader, Benjamin Netanyahu.
Listen, he only has 4% approval in Israel. 4%.
4%. Unbelievable.
4%. It is really, really bad. And the American Jewish community, he is sliding back big time. I think right now the latest polls are 36% would vote against him right now. When you have people like Mort Zuckerman, for example, the mega millionaire liberal, coming
billionaire.
billionaire who actually supported Obama when Obama was running for president. For Mort Zuckerman to come out with article after article in the last few months telling people, I withdraw my support of Obama and I urge every Jewish business person to withdraw his support as well because this man is destroying our country. When you have people like Mort Zuckerman saying this after supporting him to run for president, that President Obama has a major problem with the Jewish community, and this is not helping him.
Well, Brigitte, let me ask you this, which is, since we know that President Abbas does not represent even half of the Palestinian people, since we know that Israelis are very unhappy with President Obama, doesn't this peace summit make him seem not in command to the rest of the world?
What President Obama right now cares about is Muslim opinion on the Muslim street.
But wouldn't Muslims look at this summit and say, we have a president who's claiming that he's going to try to negotiate peace, but he's only talking to half of the Palestinian people? It makes him seem foolish as far as I'm concerned.
Well, the Arab street at least looks at Obama trying to bring together for example, leaders from the Islamic world. You saw obviously with the pictures today from the White House, President Mubarak of Egypt, King Abdullah of Jordan. So the President Obama is trying to show that here are the two countries that signed the peace treaty with Israel are also coming to the negotiating table and trying to help Mahmoud Abbas and the Palestinians craft some type of a peace agreement. Yeah. Now, this is, again, just a show of support to the Islamic world that President Obama is trying as he promised. Let's not forget also that he promised to put pressure on the Israelis while he was running for president. Right. He was working with Hamas. Hamas did phone banks calling from Gaza into the United States Muslims during the primaries, urging them to vote for President Obama. Now, when he brought that up in front of the Jewish community, nobody believed it. They thought, oh, no. He is pro-Israel 100%. Well, they're learning a different story.
Brigitte Gabriel, the author of They Must Be Stopped, Why We Must Defeat Radical Islam and How We Can Do It. Thank you for being with us, Brigitte. We appreciate it. When we come back,